football again.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I can't wait. It was hard. It was hard missing the Chelsea game.
Yeah, mate. It's always horrible missing that first game of the season. It is.
Ah,
Yep.
but it was
So
in nice hot weather. That was the only nice bit about it.
yeah. Hello to everyone in the comment section as always. Let's hope we get a few in tonight talking over everything United from this week. What has happened? Obviously, there's been a lot going on, and obviously the game tomorrow, which is a big one, just to sort of forget about the Wolves game, because if we do get a win tomorrow, in my opinion, I think most people will just forget about the Wolves game and what came out of it.
Yeah.
But before we started, before we get onto the game exactly, from that Wolves game, obviously we had the issue. Everyone probably heard my verdict on the game, on my fan cam, on my match day vlogs and everything like that, and the penalty just riled me a little bit, the situation with the penalty, and obviously into the media comes Manchester United and everything that can be brought up negative about United is obviously brought up straight away. And the penalty issue, I didn't agree with it. I don't agree with having two players taking penalties, but the main issue that came out of that seemed to escalate. A few things went on at the Wolves game. There was a few incidents here and there that didn't get spoke about, but then obviously as soon as the issue with Paul Pogba, and we all know about the racism issues that are going around at the moment, and Pogba at the heart of a race problem on social media again, just the next one in line in terms of this, and it's turning into a bit of a joke now, Craig, mate. I mean, I know what I heard on on Monday night in the crowd. I've not spoke about it, but it was shut down pretty quickly because I think the guy who shouted out something, I've never seen anything shut down as quickly by other people, and the guy who was in the crowd who shouted it out kind of disappeared after it, and I can only think with everything that was going on, I know people jump on the racism thing straight away, and I'm not going to ignore it at all. I'm just going to speak through my own experience, what I've seen, and obviously all the absolute garbage and crap and idiots that have come on through social media and done what they've done, publicly laying it out there again, these trolls, whatever you want to call them, but at the actual game. And if you listen to the United Stand Flex and Rant show, Rant's touched on this. He touched on people sort of trying to get around this whole racism thing by just shouting out certain things at certain players, but there is so much more venom within the voices of certain fans when they pick out certain players. And I'm not just saying this because this has all been brought up today. It is clear as day, and obviously you can say people don't like the way Pogba is off the football pitch, his antics, his lifestyle, things like that, but it always seems to come around to the same player. And I didn't blame Pogba for the penalty, but it's like they've used this incident and just used it as an excuse to bring up this racism issue again, and the amount of abuse that he's got. I know United are speaking to Twitter and everything like that, and they're taking it seriously. They've fully backed Pogba, which is fantastic, but for me, I seen this happen in the stands, and the guy disappeared behind off his seat and gone. He was shut down very quickly, but I can only guess some sort of incident like that, for someone to be escorted straight out the way this guy was. And if you listen to the Flex and Rant show, Rance was touching on this as well from where he was sat. There's a lot of anger and a lot of hatred in a lot of the United fan section at the moment, and it's diabolical. It's a disgrace. And me and you, Craig, we have a WhatsApp group. We have friends from all over the country, from different races, and all we are is one United. And that's all I say. I cannot get my head around this racism problem that keeps popping up every time there's an incident. They're using the incident to actually go full on into this racism issue, and I don't talk about it much, to be honest. I just talk about what I see, and this is what I seen, and I couldn't believe what I seen. And I'm outside talking with Flex and Rants as usual, as I always am. We're doing the fan cams, and it's got to a point now where it's like, what can we do to stop this? And I know the club are doing everything that they can, but Craig, mate, I mean, I don't know if you've seen it. I mean, we get a lot of issues. around the fan
I've not
cams and
seen
that, don't we?
nothing. I've not seen nothing of it. Like as in, like because I didn't watch the Wolves game because I was at work. I watched about 20 minutes of it on Twitter. Pogba's been an incident of racism. It's sad because it's sad when it's other. Tammy Abraham got it. Zaha, he was involved. Sterling.
Yeah, big time.
But then when it's your team and it's your player, it kind of hits home. And as soon as it happened, I got like 4 or 5 messages off of people saying, "Oh, you're in it now," "Oh, you've got the racist fans now," and I'm just hoping that everyone, don't paint us with the same brush. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not all,
No.
It's only a small majority, and like you said, mate, they got dealt with quick. And same as you, if you hear anything, I'm sure you'd go straight to a steward. I'd go straight to a steward. It needs to be sorted, but I think it's such a big thing to sort out. I don't think it will ever get erased from the sport because you can't stop anyone from doing it, and that's the bad thing about it.
It is. I mean, I heard them talking on the radio about new restrictions, about people who can get a Twitter account and things like that, and they are looking into it, which is great. But it's like you said, I mean, I seen the stat that came up. I tweeted about it the other day regarding how many arrests have been by certain clubs and their officials and their
we're at
policing
top
of games. And we were top with 27 arrests.
And I saw that as well, and then somebody tweeted, "It's not a bloody table." Do you know what I mean? And and people look at it like it's a table and we're top of the table, and it's not, and it's infuriating that it's Paul Pogba missed a penalty. That's it.
Exactly.
And if Pogba gets a penalty against Palace and he scores it,
it's forgotten.
That would get put under the table. It would be forgotten.
Yeah.
If Pogba comes out tomorrow, scores 2 goals, it'd be forgotten.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And I don't. Oh, it's a horrible subject, but it has to be brought up, and it has to be known. But yeah.
Yeah, it is. A lot of people comment in the comment section there, the society, and it's hard to stop these people. They've got the whole agenda against. It may just be one player. It may be it had disappeared for a while, but the fact that social media has become so strong seems to have brought it back. And obviously cameras around stadiums now, which is great and everything, and you can obviously. People are getting caught more and more, and the fact that there has been 27 arrests is, I don't know if I can take that. It looks bad, but then in a way, there are obviously policing and people are actually pointing these people out, and it can be looked on as a good thing that people are actually pointing these idiots out in the crowd and they're actually getting arrested. So they're actually putting things in place to get this kicked out of football, and I don't think it's ever going to go like the people in the comments are commenting there. They're just saying.
It's such a big thing, isn't it? Somebody could go to the game, be willy-nilly, sound like a nice guy, and then all of a sudden, boom, it comes out. It comes out of his mouth. Do you know what I mean? And it's such a horrible thing. And if I hear it, I know for a fact if I hear it, the guy's going to get dealt with.
Yeah.
Like simple as that. Like and. If everybody sees it happening at Manchester United, like Man United dealing with it, then that's a start, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Big club like United making a point with these idiots. Quickly, I just wanted to bring up Dan Wills Gaming Super Chat. Well done for the growth on the channel. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated as always, and everyone else who's obviously in the comments. I know it's not a nice, easy subject to start the actual live stream off with, but I do feel like because we are who we are in Manchester United, obviously I am a Manchester United supporter, and we are a multi-international fan base, and it needs to be brought up and spoke about, and it's completely condemned. It's just shocking that it's actually happening still at the football grounds, and it's like I said, it's going back to the 80s in a way when there was just no control at all. Hopefully now with modern day technology, like I said, with cameras and people in the crowd are obvious to it now because it's been brought up more and more that this can obviously help and obviously pull out these idiots from the stands, and especially these ones on social media. The people in charge of social media, i.e. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, they're the ones who need to obviously make a stand now and obviously try and make something or put something in place that can obviously restrict these idiots who just go on there to do it. I mean, we all get abuse online. Me and you have had it,
Yeah,
mate. These people who just come
yeah.
on. It's
Just
literally,
live off it. They thrive off it. But
yeah,
like Twitter have said, they want to try and there's rumours that they should put like a passport verification on
yeah.
it, and
I heard
if they
that
can do that, then that'd be. But
straight out.
still, trolls could still do it though, couldn't they? Do
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
obviously that's
It's
it. And Paul Pogba will be in that team. And I've heard a lot of the singing section, which is right next to me now in Old Trafford, has come out and said that there will be even more added incentive to get behind Paul Pogba in the
yeah,
game against Crystal Palace, which is brilliant to hear. Obviously, the whole normal United fan base, I say normal because we're not idiots like these guys, will be fully behind the team. And I think hopefully that will give us even more incentive to go out and prove a point that it's football that matters and nothing
yeah.
else, and that is it.
And then hopefully that can push for us. Hopefully all this racism, obviously within the squad as well, like bit of unity, a bit more close. Pogba obviously getting a arm around his back shoulder, saying, don't worry
Yeah,
about it. They can,
that's it.
hopefully play even better because we are a family.
That's it.
That's it at the end of the day, innit?
And that's it. And going off the whole racism issue now into another one I quickly want to touch on because it is quite local to me. I drive about 5 minutes up the road here and I'm at Gig Lane at Bury Football Club, and the carnage that is going on at that club at the moment. I know season ticket holders who are my neighbours who go to Bury, and I don't know where it's at now. I've heard rumours that there is a takeover in place, there is a bid in place, but fingers crossed that I've never even known anything like it for a football club to actually be wiped out and completely taken from a league. I've never known anything like it. I have Bury right here, and then further down the road is Bolton, who are just in a catastrophe of a situation at the moment as well with everything that's going on there. And I don't know what is going on, but again, fingers crossed that everything does work out for Bury and Bolton, and they do, because I know a lot of supporters from Bury. I know a lot of Bolton supporters as well, and hopefully something can happen before 12 o'clock tonight, especially for Bury, because that would be an absolute disaster for that to go down. So hopefully, I'm praying that it actually stay. I still can't believe that a football club can just go completely out of business, but it's literally, it's round the corner. It's a few hours away from going. I cannot believe it, mate. I'm
I
gobsmacked,
saw
mate.
I see a video of it yesterday, and it choked me. The way that it was set out, because everyone around there, they've been going there for like 30, 40 years, and it's gone like that. It could go like that by 12 o'clock tonight.
Yeah,
Their heritage, their life, their parents took them to go see it, to go see Bury, and gone.
that's
But
it.
hopefully by 12 o'clock tonight they'll have someone brought their team, and
That's it,
they're
mate. And it
carrying on,
is
mate.
sad, sad, sad days. But hopefully something does turn up. And when I wake up in the morning, because I'll be in bed before that 12 o'clock cut off. I've got to work in the morning before the match. But hopefully I'll wake up to some good news and
Actually,
they're still there.
I got to be up for it. I got to be up at 8:30.
Yeah, you're driving. Oh,
Got to
you
get the
training it or
coach.
coach, mate? Oh,
Yeah, coach, mate.
oh,
Getting the coach up.
yep. Right.
Bum
Okay.
numbing.
Let's get into tomorrow then. Right. So, Crystal Palace. Literally, quickly before I went on to that, I just had another super chat from my man Dave Whitehead, who was on the live stream with me and Ant last time. Watched Bury as a kid growing up in Manchester. It's a shame. Brill show, mate. Thank you. Bring on Palace. Yeah, he's just bringing up the Bury thing there. Thanks very much, Dave, mate. And again, I know it's sad. What can we do? You just wish that United or someone like that would just put some money in just to help them out. But it's the owners got them in this state, and the league has some responsibility for this good and proper act for owners coming into these clubs, because it seems to be happening more and more often now. Anyway, let's move on to tomorrow's game.
Palace.
Me and Craig are both going to be there, so hoping that, and I do think, I am fully confident that United will get the result tomorrow. I can't see anything other than a United win. Crystal Palace just do not look like a team that are even capable of challenging in any games at the moment. Me and Saeed were doing the Premier League review show, which you all seen the other day, and we were talking, did they even get a shot? Never mind a shot on target. I don't think they had a shot in the second half. All Sheffield United did was take Zaha out of the game and bang, that was it. That was their game plan gone, done and dusted. We all know what Roy Hodgson's like.
That's their player.
Yeah. Roy Hodgson, we've seen it for England. When it's plan B, when plan A isn't working, there is no plan B with Roy Hodgson. So, literally, if United score first and you take Zaha out the game's won, right, Craig?
Yeah. I said, was this our third game in? I said on the group chat, Zaha ain't all that. I don't think he's all that. Like you said, you take him out of the game, we'll stamp all over Palace tomorrow.
Yeah.
I reckon we'll get a clean sheet, and I reckon 3 or 4-0.
Yeah, I think I said round about 3. A few people I spoke to a few today are swaying towards 5s. 5 for United.
But then, like, if we score 5, then we're buzzing. That'd be what, 5?
Yeah.
That'd be 10 goals in 3 games. That'd be, that's a great start.
It is, mate, and it's a massive confidence boost. Like I said, for the likes of Rashford and Martial, if we can keep them scoring. I know Rashford didn't score and he didn't have his best game against Wolves, but he contributed. He got the assist for Martial. He's seen it.
And he got the penalty, didn't he?
He played Pogba in. He was in the move. He was involved in an awful lot, even though he didn't. His end product wasn't fantastic. But like I said, just keep being involved and keeping where they should be, and actually linking and keeping this partnership going, United, then I think we are going to score a few goals, because I know I've said we're not going to create chances a lot, but I do feel we're going to score goals when we get the chances. I do feel like Rashford and Martial now are looking a little bit more clinical. I said it at the start of the season, me and Paul spoke about it loads of times. They both need to step up now. And so far this season, I've been happy with them. I mean, Rashford wasn't great. The free kick against Wolves, which it was embarrassing. I know Wolves were laughing at us. It was just like, oh, mate. I said, if you're lining this up now, I was talking to myself. In my head, I was like, oh, no. Please, at least just get it on target, Marcus.
Just let Pogba take him. Let Pogba take him, or Pereira.
He needs to do a role reverse. Pogba get off penalties, let Rashford take him.
That's it. Spin him.
And let Pogba take the free kicks, or you said, you've got Pereira there.
Mata can take free kicks.
Anyone, we don't.
Just
need
not
this.
Rashford.
No, there's no.
Just
Ronaldo.
not Rashford, mate.
No one hits the ball like Ronaldo, and they're all trying to do that shot now. We haven't got anyone.
No, we ain't got no one, mate. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did say, didn't he? He has been working with Rashford to be more clinical on the ball. To take the shot when he can. Be positive with the football, move with the football, and it will happen, and it's happening. I reckon we can get 15 goals. I reckon.
Yeah,
15 plus with Rashford.
I said
just got to keep his head up, mate.
Yeah, I've said for Rashford, I expected Rashford. What's the name? I said 20 goals, mate. I got angry when he got his contract, so I said 250 grand.
It could happen, mate.
It
could happen.
That's it. You need 20 goals for that. And if he's on penalties, and I'm thinking, Ole, as a striker, will think, right, he needs to get this 20 goals. If Rashford gets a 20 goal a season in his bag, then it's going to confidence build. What would you do as a manager? Being an ex-striker, you would say, Rashford, you're on all the penalties. Literally.
Yeah.
Boost him.
I would.
Give him every single chance to get into that match.
Let him have the penalties.
Pogba only got 20 goals last season because he was taking penalties. Rashford,
how many did he get last season? 9? Was it 9?
19.
9? Was it 9? 9? How many penalties was it? 9, I think. No. Pogba.
Penalties.
Was it 9?
There was a few, mate.
9 penalties he had last season?
Yeah, he had 18, 19 goals in total last season.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
And like you said, penalties, innit? penalties is a big part.
Give that to Rashford, mate. You know.
He's boosting him straight away. Literally,
there you go, mate.
It is. I mean, talking of other subjects this week, obviously we've not, and I've not actually. I've noticed he's not had to do much so far this season, which is a good thing about our defence. But Big Dave in goal had a quiet season so far, mate. He's not had much to do, and it's all good, mate, because he's usually the one in the headlines, which means that we've had Phil Jones, Smalling, and Ashley Young in front of him, leaking chances galore. So he's having everything to do. But right now, he's not actually had too much to do this season. But again, it's been brought up. I've seen it in the papers today about his contract, and I don't know where this has disappeared to. And I just get more and more worried as the months go on with David De Gea, because it's gone quiet. Obviously, we've got the Sanchez rumours flying around at the moment. Maybe Rojo and maybe Darmian going before the international or the European transfer window shuts. But Dave's gone quiet, and I hate it when this happens, because I heard in the summer that it was actually pretty much nailed on. Dave was ready for signing a new contract.
Yeah.
I just think it disrupts us completely if he does end up going in.
Herrera went quiet, didn't it? When before he left.
Same thing, mate. I know.
And it was just like boom, Herrera signed with PSG. And is it this year he can? He can sign with anyone, can't he? He can sign a pre-contract with anyone.
Yeah. And you can imagine when you're chasing top four, which I think we can do.
You need that keeper, mate. You need that keeper.
And then something like that breaks around January time that he's not going to be there next season. What does that do to squad morale again? You know what I mean? I think Ollie's doing the right thing at the moment by getting rid of the headaches. We all seen Lukaku and that interview that he did in the week, and everyone knows my opinion on Lukaku, and I'm sure the comments are going to come up in a second. Adam, you're going into the trap again. Lukaku's coming up. He's not even at the club anymore.
Guy's a sleep bag, mate, I'm telling you.
Craig's going to say it all for me right now.
Scumbag, mate, I'm telling you. Two-faced scumbag.
Unbelievable. But Ollie's got rid. Headache gone. He's looking like he's trying to do the same. I was talking to Rance again about the supposed Greenwood and Sanchez fallout at training.
Yeah, I heard about that.
If it is the case, then I know which way Ollie's going to go. I know exactly which way Ollie's going to go.
Born and bred,
That's
innit?
it.
He's going to go. And Sanchez weren't he signing?
Yeah, all of a sudden, from the interview that he did a couple of weeks ago, saying Sanchez could score 20 goals this season. Something's happened, because it's gone now to a point where he's accepting that Sanchez could pretty much be gone by the time. I heard him again today in the interview saying we are still talking to a couple of clubs. Sanchez trying to work a deal. Sanchez doesn't want to take his pay cut, as he wouldn't. But it looks like Sanchez, there is a very, very good possibility that Sanchez
I was very optimistic that he was going to stay when Lukaku left, because I thought that would free him up so much to play his old style of football, like Arsenal, when he used to play Arsenal. But now all of a sudden he's on his way out. 100% something's happened. But if he leaves, all the best. Take care. You was a letdown. You was another Di Maria.
Yeah.
See you later.
Another South American nightmare.
Do you know what I mean?
Just forget about buying South American forward, United, I think. It just doesn't work, and it never will by the looks of it.
That's it, mate.
Really wouldn't. So, I mean, that for me, I'm thinking, right, okay, Ollie, we know exactly where Ollie's going by what he's doing in the transfer window. By this incident, especially when it's a senior player, so high profile, and it's just a kid who he's come up against, says it all again, the young look and sort of vibe around the squad at the moment. Still the youngest squad in the league to play this season, which says a lot. And I think it'll be the same again this season. There's no need to change anything. I don't think he's even hinting that we're going to see any changes tomorrow at all, Ollie. I think it's going to be pretty much the same setup, barring maybe one, possibly two. And the one that I would like to see, Craig, mate, is Angel Gomez get a shout, especially for someone like Lingard. Yeah. You know what I mean? I know you like Gomez. We've spoken this summer about him. But for you, in?
Yeah, definitely in. I put a tweet out saying, what does Lingard actually bring to United at the moment? He doesn't bring nothing, mate. He doesn't bring nothing. He's like a Duracell bunny that doesn't do nothing. He just runs around, does a pass, and then he does nothing. He's not a spring chicken. He's not young no more. What is he? 27 now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Give it to Angel Gomez. I thought he had a fantastic pre-season.
He did. He was one of our
He
standout
deserves it,
performers, mate.
Exactly, and he scored that goal. That was like,
Yeah.
If you looked at it before, it was like a Messi finish.
Yeah, he's got star quality. He has.
Yeah,
he has.
He has, mate. And I would start him.
Yeah.
Or give him 70 minutes, and then give 20 minutes to somebody else.
Exactly. I think it's the perfect game to bring in someone like Gomez. You've got a team that are shot to shit in Crystal Palace, aren't they, mate? They're not low. I mean, the fans are on their asses. They've pretty much seen a United sort of scenario when Lukaku went and we didn't spend that money, and Wan-Bissaka's gone for 50 million and they've not invested anything. And
bought Gary Cahill.
Oh God! If he's playing, I hope he's playing tomorrow. I really do.
Oh mate, imagine.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I think we lost Craig a second there, but it's okay. He's back now. Yeah, it's like you're looking at a back line there and we obviously, it was brought up in the news as well this week about what's the left back called at Palace now? I forgot his bloody name. Oh.
It's not Van. It's not the Van.
Van
Is he right back? And he the Van. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's come on. Been slaughtered on social media by the fans as well now for saying that Sheffield United were hungrier than them in the game when they lost last weekend. But it's turned out now it was his PR company, and if he's got a PR company playing right back for Crystal Palace, says it all for me. And the fact that the fans of Crystal Palace are jumping straight onto his back because of this, again, shows where they are as a club right now. It's in dire straits for me, and I didn't have him as one of my favourites to go down this season. But looking at it now, with Roy Hodgson in charge, maybe he could turn it around. I don't know, but the fact that he's not brought anyone, Zaha goes down and gets injured. They are looking threadbare, and it's not threadbare of decent players. It's threadbare of average, poor players,
fringe players, Championship, League One League One team.
Which gives me the confidence tomorrow. Some people have actually come here and said they're thinking we're going to break a record tomorrow in this game. There's that much confidence going around. I'm not that confident. I'm confident of maybe a 3 or 4-0 to be honest, but I would take that now just to get the win in the bag and forget about Monday night, and then we can move on to Southampton next week and hopefully
Leicester.
Get through them games and get into international break in some sort of shape within the top 4 would do for me. Yeah. For me, Palace, I don't have any fear in any single individual player in that team at all. I don't fear the manager, tactics, anything right now. I'm going into this game thinking, like you said there, Craig, bring Gomez in. It's the perfect chance to play a player who's been chomping at the bit to get in. It's not a high-profile pressure game. It's not on TV. He could just slot straight in there.
It's just a 3 o'clock kickoff. He could just do his thing, play 70 minutes. And then, just give 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Greenwood, let Greenwood have 20 minutes. It's a nothing game for him. Really, it's not a nothing game, but it's a good way to prove that he is ready for his Premiership stint.
Yeah, you could. There's a shout for even playing Greenwood and Gomez in the team tomorrow. There's definitely room for him.
Why not? We've got nothing to lose.
You could easily slot Greenwood into Dan James's position there and play.
I want Dan James to play tomorrow.
You reckon he's going to be spacing behind?
I want James to play tomorrow. He needs it. He needs game time.
Yeah. And
if he can just carry on doing what he's doing, running with the ball, pressing that back 4, he's going to be a big player.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be. He looks the real deal. He does. He just needs a bit of fine edges, tuning in a bit of like his final ball sometimes, but. You can see it there.
He's only young.
Yeah, there's progression in there.
The potential is there. The potential is there.
Definitely.
And I think that's what United have missed. That kind of player that can get the ball and press and keep going forward with the ball.
Yeah.
From Ronaldo. When we had that. When he was it with us. You know, he just grabbed the ball and then he made us excited.
Yeah, that was it. He reminds me of
Live
he
again.
reminds me of Andrei Kanchelskis, a style of player. That's who he
Yeah,
reminds me
yeah.
of. He's just knock the ball past someone and get onto it, run. Just go, get at him,
Just run.
get to the byline.
Just go. And that's what everyone will get up on their seat and go, oh, and you know that's what Old Trafford's missing. That's what we've missed for a long time. That kind of winger.
That's it, mate. It's exactly that. It's been a while since we had the sort of atmosphere that we did in the second half against Chelsea, because you knew every time we got the ball, we looked like we are going to create something. I know goals create confidence, and you want to see that all the time. We're not quite there yet. We're not like at the Liverpool, City, Spurs level where you're going to create chances all the time, and it's just a case of putting them away. We just got to take what we can at the moment, but it's a work in progress. Like we said, we're actually at a stage now where we can see what Ollie's trying to do, and
we're in a rebuild, aren't we?
And it's like
we're in a rebuild.
First season of the rebuild, and this looks like we're trying to rebuild.
The rebuild, yeah. This looks like the rebuild. You know, the excuses are gone now. Yeah. This is it. Ollie's making positive moves. You know, getting rid of Jones and Smalling. They're not even on the bench. You know, Darmian. You know, got rid of Lukaku. You know, hopefully getting rid of Sanchez, maybe. Yeah. You know, starting the young guys. You know, brought in a centre back, brought in a Wan-Bissaka. You know, and these are all positive moves that, you know, Ollie's proving that, you know, he's the guy to take us forward and out of this stone age.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been impressed with a few players this season. What you just touched on him there, he's obviously playing against his old club tomorrow. But I've been blown away by Wan-Bissaka. The guy is immense. The right-hand side of our team now, and I seen it was a moment when Wolves would have decimated us last season when Jota went flying down his left side, and we had James and Bissaka there, and it just got shut down. He got shut down absolutely every time, Jota, and it was a total difference. It took a world-class goal to beat us, but every time Jota attacked us last season, we just looked frail. We looked like we were just going to concede, but Wan-Bissaka, wow! I've never known a player have start two games in his career so young, coming to United when we're not in the best of positions. The pressure's on instantly to get results, and he has just taken to it like a duck to water. And he literally, I've been so impressed with. I mean, you've got to be impressed with him, Craig. Surely, mate. I mean, I've not seen a right back like this at United since.
I've not since what? Yeah. He's just amazing, mate. Like he's fast. He wants that ball. He's hungry. He come to Manchester United because he wanted to come to Manchester United, not because of the wages, because we're Manchester United. And the way that he just there was a guy I think in pre-season. He must have been about 20 yards in front of Wan-Bissaka. And Wan-Bissaka got up, got the ball, and run after him and got the ball, and then just come up the pitch with it, and you're like, wow, like, you know, and then obviously with Maguire as well, you know, just starting to feel the cracks in the squad now, and
it is there's good foundation you could see in the team, especially the starting lineup, because we've got that solid back five now. I mean, there's obviously calls on Luke Shaw, still a bit of an issue with a lot of United fans. He's not had the best of starts again.
He just doesn't track back, does he? You know, and you could see. I was watching because I was abroad for the Chelsea game. He didn't track back a lot, and somebody brought it up on it. Said that you could see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer shouting at Lindelof, telling Lindelof to get Luke Shaw to come back, to come back. Otherwise, Lindelof has to go over to his side, and then there's a great big massive gap in the middle. And but nah, a lot of people have slated Luke Shaw, and to me, I've said it on the group chat, I think Luke Shaw is the weakest link in the United squad at the moment.
Yeah,
I think he does need a bit of competition.
He does. I mean, we knew. I was talking outside the game again at Wolves, and Luke Shaw comes up. He comes up all the time, and it's just like with United at the moment. After last season, it was like a priority list of issues, and Luke Shaw probably wasn't the biggest priority. Our left side wasn't the biggest priority. When you've got Jones, Smalling, and Young playing next to Luke Shaw, you look at it and you go,
Yeah.
no, Luke Shaw
Luke Shaw's the
isn't
best
the
player on
major
pitch.
issue. There's work that needs to be done with Luke Shaw, whether he goes,
Yeah.
whether he changes, maybe Darlow could come in when he's not injured and play at left back.
Yeah.
You just there's possibilities there. I mean, he's not getting any competition like you said, Craig, right now because there's no one there to come in. And
No.
if you offered me Luke Shaw or Ashley Young, I would pick Luke Shaw all day long, mate. And
Yeah.
that's just where we're at the moment. We needed the right winger, we needed the striker, the centre back, and the right back. We got two of them.
Yeah.
So we got James. I know who can play there, but for me,
He's for the future, isn't he? He was technically brought in for the future. You know, and not an instant player to play week in, week out.
Definitely.
So we needed that.
Yeah, cause
we needed that.
And then you're looking at Luke Shaw and you're thinking, right, come on now. You've seen the improvement on the other side.
This is your season.
Yeah, that's the way you've got to be thinking because Aaron Wan-Bissaka's making Luke Shaw look championship standard at the moment just by his quality and the way he plays the game. And you have to compare the sides. You really do because it used to be a case of last season United's right-hand side were fearful. Every time anyone went down there or we tried to go forward down the right-hand side, we had zero product from our right-hand side, both defensively and in attack last season. And this season, everything comes from the right. It's a joy to watch. And all of a sudden, the left-hand side's looking weak. But when you've got a player like Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side, I think, and how good he is and how well he's played so far, it's going to make anyone look bad on the opposite side. It's just, it's unfortunate for Luke Shaw that he got his injury, but for me, he's still never ever recovered from that injury, and I just don't think he ever will.
He still looks very hesitant. You know, and he needs to get that mentally out of his head. You know, he needs to, that his leg won't break if he puts in a decent tackle. You know, but he should look at Wan-Bissaka. You know, he should look at him and go, "Wow, that's how I should be playing." You know, because Luke Shaw's still up the pitch, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka's, by David De Gea.
Yeah.
You know, he's just, Luke Shaw's just trotting back. Like he said, you need to get someone to fight for that position because otherwise Luke Shaw will just get lazy.
He will, and he just looks lazy at the moment. That's how he sort of plays.
He's always been lazy. Didn't you think? He's always been he looks just like a lazy player.
Yeah, he does. He's got the build for it and everything. I know I'm not gonna bring up the weight issue. I don't think he just looks overweight because of the way he's built. It's just the way he is. You can't help that, but it's just the way he carries himself sometimes, and you're thinking, "Come on, actually get moving,
come on, mate,
come on."
And we don't need that.
No,
we need, if the ball's in the opposition's half and they've got the ball, we need to see our back four running back, and not trotting back, But hopefully tomorrow. It's Palace.
Yeah. He shouldn't have a lot to do, and we can see him going forward.
No, not really. Not really. Hopefully, Luke Shaw might put a couple of crosses in. You never know.
No.
But
hope springs eternal with Luke Shaw. I think it is, isn't it? But yeah, it's like going back to Bissaka there. I think Mohammed Ali there in the comments has put it up there. Zaha against Aaron Wan-Bissaka, it's no contest for me. There's only one winner.
Nah.
Even Zaha said it himself in pre-season. I listened to that interview. He says, you'll get past Aaron Wan-Bissaka and you'll think you passed him, and all of a sudden Spider-Man comes out of nowhere, he wraps his foot around the ball and takes it from under you. He said he's just impossible to get past. He says by the time you've probably got past him, he's held you up that long, there's probably another 4 or 5 players in the way of you, and you can't get at them. It's just what he does and how he defends. So for me, I'm hoping I'm not going to eat my words tomorrow and Zaha has a storm. I can't see it. He's never really done anything against us. But again, touch wood, cause I'm not jinxing that.
Having a good game, mate.
But Bissaka, absolutely awesome. And I know I like to bring...
And 50 million, mate.
Yeah.
This is still...
He is, I said, absolute bargain. Wolves fans actually said it a week and he went, wow, how have you got this guy for this price? Because he said that he was absolutely immense. And the opposition fans are the ones that you have to look to sometimes and say, look, there's where you're judging them from, because they're the ones who see it, and they're the probably true eye, because we're all blinkered a little bit as fans. Every single fan's the same for their club, but when the opposition fans
biased,
come through and say that, then you know, Craig, it's pretty much he is standout and he is quality.
He is, mate. He wanted to come to us.
Yeah,
that was it at the end of the day, and we've got a player that's hungry. And that's what we wanted. That's what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted. Players that are hungry.
Exactly that.
James is hungry. Maguire's hungry. And hopefully that mentality can get brought around, the whole squad, and we can get, push for that third place. You never know.
That's it, mate. You don't know the way it started. We've seen the way we played. We have played better. The fact that we look more solid at the back gives me more confidence than anything, because
yeah, that is it, mate.
You build from that.
That's it. Yeah, you build. We've got a decent keeper, decent back line, and then obviously with Pogba, and then we just got. Like I said before, you just got to build around Pogba.
Yeah.
But who knows?
That's exactly it, mate. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. Right, let's just go on to a few of the comments from everyone in the comment section, see if everyone's agreeing. Let's see. Let's start with huge question marks over Shaw, McTominay, Lingard, Pereira, the right wing position. So many question marks in this team. Zenwa, sorry if I got your name wrong there, mate. But yeah, I think you pretty much brought up quite a lot of issues with a lot of fans on certain players. The list there of players that have been brought up constantly, and it's, you know what, it's right. Questions should be asked of them players, because they're in the season now where I think it's do or die. Literally every single one of them players, apart from McTominay maybe, but Shaw, Lingard, Pereira, they all have to have a season.
Rashford.
You could put that in there, because it's time now. It's 2, 3, 4 years down the line in their careers, and this is now the season when we need them the most. We've got rid of the big names. Sanchez goes as well. I know Pogba stayed, but he's only so many players you can get rid of, and they'll all know. Pogba would have said something. We all know that Pogba's going to leave next summer. It's nailed on, and this is the chance that I'm thinking these players should be thinking, right, he's going to be gone. Then if I have a great season now, then I'm staking a claim to playing this. So, and then you got to ask yourself the question, literally the one that everyone else has to always as well, is, are these players even good enough? Even if they have a great game, are they good enough to be United players? And that is the bigger question, I think.
Are they?
I know, mate. It's horrible to say. You don't want to bring any player down, but when they've been at a club for so long and it's not got any better, I'm talking about Shaw. Pereira doesn't look like he's getting any better.
Lindelof. Not Lindelof. Lingard, sorry.
Lingard's like the prime example, isn't he? I mean, and then I'm not even going to go into the owners, but the fact that these players are the ones getting the contracts, Mata isn't going to get any better than what he is. He ain't,
mate. He's...
We've just give contracts to Jones, Smalling and Young, who can't get anywhere near the team. So I'm not going to go on about the owners and the way the club's run or anything like that. That's another story. We're talking about the football now, thankfully. But that's I'm looking at that going, okay. I mean, there's no logic in it, but the end of the day is these players have been given the chance now. Ollie's cleared deck.
Well, and
he's
Eric Bailly's getting a new contract as well, isn't he?
I mean,
just because they don't want him to go for free next year.
Yeah, I know, that's a sorry state of affairs, isn't it? It really is. It's the fact that Sanchez is holding all the cards for this move to Inter Milan and being dictated to. It's just modern day football, you could say, isn't it? The players, the power.
Yeah, we can't help it. It's the way that football's going, isn't it?
Yeah, it literally is, mate. Let's see who else we're talking here. Bill Taylor, hi Bill. Agree Rashford needs to get mean and put his foot in a few players, but looks still jaded after the World Cup. I think he's looked a little bit sharper. He's bulked out a little bit. I know that for definite. He looks a little bit heavier, looks a bit stronger, which can only help. Martial looks better this season. He looks like he's a bit leaner. You can tell there's definitely been a different work ethic in the summer and a different training strategy because...
Well, he's turned around and said, didn't he? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer turned around and said, You got to stay in shape.
Yeah.
Over the holiday period, you got to stay in shape. Got to stay fit, because when you come back, obviously pre-season's going to be hard. And
Very.
he said it's going to be very hard. And he said that the lads kept their words and come back fit, and it's been easy for him. He said.
Yeah. Croppers FC, how you doing, mate? You don't build a team around a player, you build a team around a system. Very technical, Croppers. I like it. The system is high press, I would have thought. Try and win the ball back as quickly as possible. And obviously build around a strong defence, because
we've got a strong defence now, haven't we?
Last season, I don't think we could have played the high press because we was all worried about what was behind us. I mean,
yeah. Jones and Smalling.
Exactly, mate. Players are not going to come out and say it. We know they're not going to slag each other off and say we couldn't do this and that because of him. But at the end of the day, the back of their minds, they're thinking, right, I'm
sitting back.
I've got Lindelof and Maguire there now, and we can see more of an enthusiastic high press, I would say.
Yeah.
I think that's where we're going with it. It's a case of, you've seen it in the game, we're winning the ball back a lot quicker. We did it against Wolves. Yeah, Wolves pretty much sank into their defensive mode like they always do and try and play on the attack, and the counter-attack. But at the end of the day, I thought we won the ball back a lot quicker against Wolves. We didn't really give them chance. And I do think that is the way he's going forward. He wants energetic, nimble. We've noticed
hungry.
That, skillful players who can hold on to the ball, people who can carry the ball confidently.
Yeah.
Could probably lose Luke Shaw in that. He's probably the only one in there who doesn't like the ball at his feet because he just gets rid of it as quick as he gets it. So,
or pass it back.
Yeah, it's work there, and Luke Shaw would have been involved in this training all pre-season. He's played pretty much all pre-season, so he'll know. He must know. Paul Clayton, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming on, pal. Dave, Ollie's done good work with the front players. You can see it a bit more clinical. Yeah,
very, very clinical. I'll give him that. Look at the Rashford goal that he scored against Chelsea.
Yeah,
beautiful, wasn't it? Just slotted it past Kappa.
He's a
Kepa, whatever his name is.
He's a good instinctive player, isn't he, Rashford? He's like Andy Cole, and I'm not even comparing him to Andy Cole. Don't get me started on that. But when Andy Cole didn't have to think about much, he was ridiculous. It was unplayable. But when he had time on the ball, you could always see it. He was thinking. He wasn't always the best.
Where am I going?
Yeah. It's like, I always compared him with Ian Wright. It was like when Wright had time, you knew it was going in. Ian Wright, but with Cole, he was a different player. He would make something happen out of nothing. When he instinctively had to think, he would bang goals in left, right and centre.
Yeah.
And Rashford is the same for me. When he has to do something off the cuff quickly, he's mustard. He really is. But it's when he's got time on the ball, and he does need to sharpen up a bit of his passing and his final ball. But you can see it definitely, like Dave says
it's there.
It's coming.
It's there.
It's definitely coming. I do agree with Dave on that one. Vardy Candy. Point is, you can't counter somebody parking the bus, which everybody believes is the plan. Yeah, no, that's what happened. I was talking back to Lille United there on that comment, but that's pretty much what happened against Wolves on Monday, and that's why I think James was sort of left stranded a bit. There was no room in behind Wolves at all for James to attack, pretty much like he did against Chelsea when he came on. There was gaps everywhere, and James had no room at all to even do anything against Wolves. He was just backed in, and we needed that bit of guile, that bit of quality to get through. We got it, but we were undone by a world-class goal. I think
what amazing goal.
Yeah. If we'd have seen out that first 10-15 minutes of the second half, I think it was all over that game. I know you could say if the penalty went in, if Spots, Luke Shaw's chance, Lingard hitting his face instead of hitting his foot with a ball, and all this, but at the end of the day, I think
it's all butts and ifs in it, mate. Yeah. But
the game plan was right with Ollie. You knew
what brush ourselves off and hit tomorrow.
And we just got unlucky in the end that they scored a world-class goal. Muhammad Ali, not the genuine one, Craig. Don't worry, mate. He's not come back.
I was going to say.
I know this guy. He comes on a lot. How are you, Muhammad? Where is Fred? There's a good.
That's what I wanted to say. Where's he, mate? Yeah. I thought there was talks of him playing against Wolves because he scored that little goal, didn't he, against Wolves when we played 1-0 at Old Trafford last year.
I know that is a bit of a mystery at the moment. Where the bleeding hell is Fred? I mean, there was a
game. I bet he wish he never got married now.
I know. If I was a United player now and I was thinking of getting married, I'd be scared to even
I'm like,
pop the
yeah,
question, mate, because he's been just
yeah,
froze out a little bit, hasn't he? I mean,
been
it's
done, mate.
if you're not there in his pre-season, Ollie, he's been quite strict with that. Obviously, the players that were there all pre-season and put everything in are the ones that are playing.
Yeah,
They're the ones that are starting the games now, so I'm really happy that he's doing that. But Fred, I
but
mean,
we've seen what Fred can do on a good day,
yeah,
and I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to kind of, if that is the case, we don't know if it is or not. Do you know what I mean? He might have a little niggle. He might not be match fit.
yeah,
Like he said with Sanchez. Sanchez was 2 to 3 weeks behind the actual starting
yeah.
11. So it could be that, or could be because he went away to get married. You never know. So it's hard to really, really comment.
Yeah, it is. I mean, there was a rumor that there was it wasn't a rumor actually. There was a game behind closed doors the other day which Sanchez played in. I don't know if Fred played in that also,
Oh, did he?
but Sanchez played in a game behind closed doors. I think it was Sheffield United or some reserve team of theirs. But there was definitely a game where they played in. So whether or not he's just keeping fit and working hard, trying to get his move, Sanchez, I can't see him even making the bench the way the noises are at the moment.
Mm.
Rafe doesn't agree about Fred. I said Fred's a liability. He'd probably pass. He'd probably pass it to a Palace player anyway, and best keep him away from being in the team. Yeah, I mean, he divides opinion. Fred, he really does.
He has definitely got a mixed fan
He
base.
has. He's a Marmite
Like,
player completely, isn't he?
yeah, you either like him or you don't. And I can see where he's coming from, because I can see it in my head now. A couple of passes that he's let stray. But I've seen him do some quality skill on the ball, and pull off some nice passes
Yeah.
as well.
Christina, that's a good.
So
Christina, Fred is still on his honeymoon. I think a little laugh. Yeah, I think
fair play.
he might be. He might be. He's what? Soph, how you doing, Soph? Thanks for coming on. Say hello to Soph, Craig. She's joined
Right,
us.
Sophie.
Yeah, Fred. I mean, come on, man. Where is he? For God's sake, I mean,
He's another. I think he's another one that
make a difference.
could help us
Different,
make a
yeah.
difference. Yeah.
I do agree, mate. He's what we said. We called him a Marmite player, but at the end of the day, he has got something there different to what we've got in there now. He's not 100% the answer for me. I know
No,
he
he
does
ain't.
have issues, and he looks like he tries to rush on the ball a little bit for me. He tries to do things
Too
too
much.
quickly, and he's looking to impress too much. It's like the pressure's on him, and if he doesn't have a good game, then he knows he's going to be dropped. And I think he just plays with that mindset, and it's like if he just relaxed on the ball, then Soph, I'll see you tomorrow as well. Yeah, have a good night.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. So
If he just relaxes on the ball, Fred, I think he's a player in there. He hasn't been able to settle at United because I think it's a different pressure. We all know that playing for United is a big step up for a lot of players, especially the likes of what we're buying now and what Ollie's doing, buying
it's
players
kind
that
of
are coming
Ollie
up.
said it. Ollie said it to Rashford, didn't he? He said you just need to relax on the ball and it will come.
Yeah,
And I know what you mean. Fred tries to think ahead too quick,
he does.
so therefore he'll give the ball away. He's a Brazilian. He should be. The football should come natural to him.
That's it.
You
You just
know, and
got to you said it, mate. Relax, play his game.
yeah, just play his game.
Literally, just keep
Just
calm, play your game, and you never
yeah.
know what's coming. So I mean,
But I do think that with the squad we've got, if he proves himself, we're in that stage now where Ollie isn't afraid to switch. If McTominay's having a bad game and Fred's had, say, 20 minutes here, 40 minutes here, he'll put Fred in.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
We're in that position at the moment where Ollie will be like, yeah, all right, we'll start Fred.
That's it, mate.
Or, but yeah.
Let's see. Oh, we're all talking about Sophie and the fan cams now. in the comment section. Soph's caused a stir. She's caused a stir.
Oh,
She's come in and gone and has left us with all this now.
hurricane. Sophie the hurricane.
Yes. Okay, Rafe. He's come back and said, Fred's got a great attitude. It's just unfortunate that we don't have the luxury of being able to screw up. It's like exactly what I just said, that Rafe. You bang on, mate. It's like the pressure is instantly on him. A mistake goes straight to his head and he loses it. He did it against Wolves last season in the league. We had a great start. McTominay bagged. We went 1-0 up and Fred gave the ball away in an incident with De Gea. I remember it now. I was there.
Oh, yeah,
and he
I do.
went to pieces. I'd never seen a player melt like he did, and it's if he can handle the pressure that's the big question. He just doesn't relax enough, like you said. Maybe this season he might come in and he might surprise us all, mate. We just don't know, but he's struggling at the moment, and is he even going to get back in this squad? Mate, I don't know. I mean,
well, I think he should, because the centre of the park, is Pogba and McTominay, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, and McTominay's only 21.
Yeah.
You know, so he's going to need a rest. You know, and if Fred's available, Fred's fit, Fred's playing well, put him in.
Exactly, mate.
Gives us options.
Exactly. It's different, isn't it? He's hard to judge, Freddie, really is. He pops up in some situations and you're thinking, hey, I mean, I still remember the game against PSG with McTominay. They were both brilliant against an absolute quality midfield. And it's you know what, mate?
And the goal he scored past Wolves last year.
Yeah.
You know, you couldn't have placed it better.
No, I know. And it was good link up with Pogba as well. Maybe it is
exactly. It was a beautiful assist by Pogba.
Yeah. Remember it well, mate. I remember it well.
I do, mate. I do.
I do. Right.
I do too. I was there.
Okay, it's prediction time, everybody. Just before we wrap things up, let's get some predictions in the comments. I'm not going to come to Craig first. Right, Craig? Let's see it, mate. What are we having tomorrow? What's the score, mate?
3-0.
3-0.
Comfortable 3-0, yeah.
You stole my score, mate. I'm going 3-0 as well.
Yeah.
3-0. I can't see anything but a comfortable win for United. I'd take any win just to keep the roll going, but I know tomorrow we're going to control the game. I do expect a decent performance, an attacking performance, especially an attacking lineup. Something to get excited about. Let's see. Rubel 2009, 2-0 to United. 2-0. 3-0 for Dave. Again, there's a lot of 3-0s going on. 4-1 United, red line. Oh, for Andrew Massey, 1-0. Come on, it's not Mourinho days, mate, now. Bandy Candy 2-1, close game. Oh, God.
I can't see it being a close game.
No. I can't, mate, I'll be honest. Lille United, 3-0. Paul Clayton, 3-0. Rafe, 3-0. Martial, Pogba, Maguire's even gone with goal scorers. Ooh, I like it. Christina's gone 3-0. Bring it on. Yes, Christina. Loving the confidence. Paul Robinson, 3-1. What's that there? Andrew Massey, 1-0. David De Gea overhead kick. Quality, mate. I like it.
Someone's playing FIFA.
Ivor Anthony, this guy's a City fan. He's gone 2-2. Yeah, I know it was coming.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Thanks for coming on, mate. I knew you had just a little bit of a dig there, didn't you? I know.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's not mentioned VAR. Come on. Okay. Moving on. I actually know I was at a christening just quickly on that VAR incident. I hate talking about it. It's a joke, but I do feel for City fans at the moment. I really do, because I hate VAR. And I know a City fan is a relation of mine, and he's given his season ticket up after 2 games at City because of VAR. He's totally give it up. He put it on sale on social media, said, I've had enough, gone. Finito, give the season ticket up at City because of VAR. That's how bad they feel about it. God, we're just waiting for it. Everyone's going to get it this season, I think. But I just think it's going to happen to us all. What can we do? We're stuck with it. It's stupid, I know. So that pretty much sums up the video. We're all confident we're going to get the win. I just want to thank everyone in the comments for coming on. All the people who give the super chats. Thank you very much. All the support for the channel.
Thank you, people.
Much appreciated. Thanks for Craig coming on. I've got Craig's social media right at the bottom of the screen there. But Craig, just want to give everyone your social media, mate. Let everyone know.
Yeah, no problem, mate. Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yeah, so thank you, everybody, for coming on. I'll see you tomorrow, obviously, live before the game starts, just to go over the team selection. And then, obviously, tomorrow night, the match day vlog as well. So, hopefully, we have a good weekend. It starts off this bank holiday weekend with a big win, and we can go top of the league because Liverpool and Arsenal are going to draw tomorrow. That's nailed down, done, and we could be top, celebrating bank holiday weekend in 70, 80 degrees heat, which it is going to be fantastic. Crack open the beers, people. It's going to be United's weekend this weekend.
Yes.
Craig, you just stay there a second, mate. Everybody else,
no worries,
I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to tune in just before the game. I'll be live outside Old Trafford. And don't forget, the Matchday vlog is back there. Share the video. Subscribe if you're watching for the first time, people. We're growing and growing and growing. And I will see you all over the weekend. Have a good one. Oh, and just before we go, someone just dropped in a sneaky super chat before we went. Denzig 2000, where is Gomez? Why can't he get game time? Thanks for doing that right at the last minute, mate. Yeah, we touched on Gomez, and me and Craig have both backed him to hit that team tomorrow, mate.
To start tomorrow.
Yeah, he's a starter tomorrow. We're having it, mate. We're adamant. He's got to be on the bench at least.
He's got to start.
Got to.
He's got to.
Right, people, that is it. I will catch you tomorrow, obviously, outside Old Trafford, and I will see you all on Sunday for the live show, reviewing the game. I think Paul is going to be back on Sunday with me then, which should be fun. We've not seen him for a couple of weeks. Want to get his verdicts on everything that's happened so far. So that's it, people. I will catch you at weekend. Have a good one. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.